Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. This is Rich Mencio with Allnet. Today I'm going to break down LeBron James' shot. All right, let's just jump right into this. Okay, so LeBron James is he's a pretty decent shooter, especially outside of the free throw line. He has a couple things to work on in there, but on the outside he's pretty decent. So let's find out what's going on. So let's take this here. I'm not going to get into all the details of elbow and the hand being above the head so much. My main concern is breaking down the final release, hand placement, finger spread, things of that nature. So I'm not breaking down every little thing about the mechanics, just to make that clear. But yeah, we could tell that his elbow comes out. So these are some things that makes a player not as consistent. Okay, so let's just jump right to the release. Okay, now you could tell, and again, this is because his elbow was out, that the ball was not sitting on his hand correctly, or the hand not sitting on the ball correctly. The placement was not good. It was not directly underneath the ball. It was out to the side, which puts the ball weight more on the middle and the index finger. So he has to make an adjustment for it, which he makes the adjustment well. So he has to apply a little more pressure with the index finger to keep the ball closer to the middle finger. Right here he does. He gives a little push with that index, and then index and the middle finger, they come off nicely, which puts the ball coming right off the middle finger. Okay? Again, you can see the three fingers, the ring, the middle, the index. The spacing looks pretty nice. Forward more. Again, nice. The ring and index are going to come off simultaneously, or virtually simultaneously, which puts the ball right off the middle finger. Close to the center of the middle finger is the most accurate. Now this one, we can tell by where he started. Again, the elbow out puts more of the ball weight on the index finger right off the bat. So he's going to have to apply more pressure with the index finger to keep the ball going towards the middle finger. Okay, that's keeping it on track. If he was to continue with this motion here and coming straight down with the wrist, then that ball is going to come off to the left of the basket. But he has to make up that difference by applying more pressure with his index finger, and he has to turn the wrist just a little bit accordingly. So let's advance it. Right there, you can see how that had to give just a little turn. Right there, he has to give, it's up on the fingers. Index has to give it a little more push to keep the ball on the middle. Hopefully you guys can see that. Index gives a little more push to keep the ball on the middle finger. So it comes off the middle finger. Now on this one here, the spacing is not great. We see the middle finger and the ring finger. We see that gap. And then we see the index and middle finger. We see that gap. So again, because of this, the ball weight is sitting more on the index and middle. So he has to make that adjustment, and he has to push more with the index towards the middle to make the shot go as straight as possible. So forward that. Right there, that index being that far forward, okay, he's applying a little more pressure through here to take the weight off, pushing it back towards the middle. See if we can advance that a little bit frame by frame. Get right, see how good I am at that. Right there. So right there is the final push with the index towards the middle. Okay, which ends up still making it a middle finger and that would be on the left side of the middle finger. So the best, most accurate is on the center of the middle finger. But that's when the ball comes off the index and the ring finger simultaneously. That's what makes it a perfect center middle finger release. And he actually has a couple of those. Let's go to the next. Okay, again, see that the thing that I would suggest for Lebron to work on is the spread of his fingers, especially the index. If the index was out a little more, he'd have so much more control over that ball. The index and the ring finger could be pushing the ball evenly, simultaneously, which will bring it off the center of the middle finger, which will give him a more accurate release. Might be hard for him because of the elbow. Sometimes it flares out and sometimes it doesn't. So let's continue this one forward. Right there. Now you see how he gets just a little bit more push with that index, and he keeps that ball nicely coming off the middle finger. So it makes the adjustments. Again, same things I've been saying. Ball weight sits too much on the index and middle. Bring it forward. This was a hard clip to bring forward. Okay. He has to push, again, he has to push the index a little harder, keeping the ball on the middle finger. And that will send the ball straight. Let's get to a clip to where you can see it more clear. Okay, so here's nice. Now there's the ring and the index. They came off nice. They came off pretty much simultaneously. And then the ball comes off, and it looks like it's coming off center of his middle finger. So that's going to be a very accurate release. And continue forward. And his wrist just has to come straight. His wrist just comes straight down on that shot. So there's no adjustment that he needs to make. Get this one here. Okay. Now on this one, you'll see it's a little bit opposite. Now he has more weight sitting on the ring finger and the middle finger. The index finger, it's either off or almost off. So now he has to make the adjustment with the ring finger. He has to apply a little more pressure with the ring finger, pushing the ball to the middle finger. And let's see if I can click that. All right. And I know it's probably difficult to see. I'll have to work on my zooming skills. But here to here, that's a little push on the ring finger, keeping the ball on the middle finger, and that becomes a middle finger release. And this hand comes straight down. All right? All right, so there you go. We broke down Mr. LeBron James' shot. And the corrections that a player makes is, again, the most accurate and the longest finger on your hand is the middle finger. So you want to have the pinky and the thumb. Those are your balancing fingers. And you want to have a nice even spread between the index and the middle and the ring finger. And then with a correct spread, with the hand being coming off the center of the ball as much as you possibly can, and having those two fingers simultaneously, or almost simultaneously, leaving the ball together, with this middle finger coming off the center of the middle finger is a perfect release. So the index is always trying to push towards the middle, and the ring finger is always trying to push towards the middle. And great players, they feel this instinctively. They feel just that little bit of weight on one side or the other, and they make those corrections. And we will continue on with other players down the road, but I thank you very much for tuning into this video, and I will catch you guys on the next one.